Shem, Yahushua, by Shem, Rakapadash.
Alright. This Prophets in Babylon, Waco, Texas, under the branch of the Prophets in Babylon, Tampa, Florida. The honors to the elders and apostles of great wisdom. Giving peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Alright, we are going to go into the Passover and the importance of the Passover. Okay? Because during the time of Egypt, it was very important because the Lord was getting ready to deliver his people from the captivity that we were serving under the Egyptians. Alright? And the Passover, it was going into the slaughter of the firstborn. So obviously the Egyptians didn't keep the Passover, so they was caught with that judgment of the firstborn. The children of Israel, they did what was required and they were exempt. Alright? Which is likened to today. We keep the Passover to ultimately we're hoping that this is the last year that we are in captivity under the modern day Egyptians, which is the so-called white man. Okay? We are hoping that we continue to fight in this faith and to continue to labor in this truth. Alright? Being in the captivity under the modern day Egyptians, which is the so-called white man. Alright? And we still rehearse the righteous acts. Alright? Because we know the laws are not done away with ultimately. Alright? You guys have to please that.
I'm just going to go into Exodus chapter 12. And I'll start here in verse 1. And the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Verse 3. But speak ye.
Which we know the first month is ultimately in spring, which is March. Not going by the so-called Edomites calendar, we know that the real first month is spring, which is March. Right? The real new year. When everything comes back to life. Go ahead.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. So each man from Israel was required to have a lamb for the house, for his household. In verse 4 it goes more into it. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of his souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. So, the term my brother's keeper, we look out for brothers. You know what I'm saying? So if you have too much, you can share with another brother, with your other brother. So you look out for your other brother. This is how Yahweh Hashem Yahushai wants us to be. We got to be each other's, we got to look out for each other, Verse 5, Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year, yea, shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. So, we being living in this modern day Egypt, we have to pray over the lamb that we're eating, because we don't know, no brother has no brother's a shepherd, and a literal shepherd.
Right.
So we have to pray over that lamb and hope and pray that we got a male lamb, So yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, we're putting on the righteous acts. When we get in the kingdom, everything's gonna be beautiful. You brought that up earlier, Debacle, that when we're in the kingdom, you know, you can just, you know, everything will be the way the Lord wants it. You know, it's gonna be beautiful, man.
In the kingdom, we can do everything perfectly. Right now, you know, brothers gotta go to work on this day, and you know how these jobs are. They'll terminate you or whatever, because they don't ultimately want you to take off. But brothers gotta work. Brothers got certain situations where they can fully keep the Passover how they would want, but certain brothers got it to where they are off, to where they can keep the actual Passover, like myself and these brothers with me. So, you know, every brother got their own situation, but ultimately, we keeping the Passover to the best of our ability. Not perfectly being in these bodies, but you know, in the kingdom we will be able to keep it perfectly.
Yeah.
You got a preset, you feel it.
Because what the brother was saying, like you can't be overrighteous, bro. You know, when you come into this thing, you know, you always want to try to, like me and the brother was talking, like you always, when you first come into this thing, you want to try to keep everything, you know, perfect as you can, but in reality you can't. You know, you gotta do things to the, you know, to the best of your ability, man.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're practicing the righteous acts.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Rehearsing.
Yeah.
Rehearsing.
You know, rehearsing.
And that's what we're doing.
The water, bro. Yeah.
We're rehearsing the righteous acts. We're keeping it to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
Brothers were off and got off, but we wasn't like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. No, we actually made that attempt to try to keep the Passover.
Can't be overrighteous, bro. Like this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 64, verse 6. It says, "But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away." You know, so we can't keep everything perfect, man. You know, but we're doing everything in our ability to do the best we can with what we have. You know, so our righteousness as our filthy rags, man. You know, so you can't be over righteous in this thing. You know, if you can't do something, you know, like the Lord knows that you can't do it. You know, or you know, you don't have the ability to do it. You know, but it's always about trying to be the best that you can be with what you got, man. While we here, you know, in these bodies, man. You know, and we practicing the righteous acts. I mean, how about Shimon Shah, the best what we can, man. You know, with what we have. You know, we don't know about the lamb. You know, about the wine. You know, even the wine, man. You know, everything here is unclean, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what they doing, but you don't know what Esau is doing behind closed doors. You know, to this food, man. You know, but we practicing it the best way we can. You know, and that's what it's about, and that's what the Lord sees, man.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, this is why it's so important to pray over everything, you know.
Right.
Because even just when it's not even the Passover, you know, we should pray over everything that we get, because, you know, we don't know what Esau be putting in the food, man. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know,
God, this devil, he puts pork in every single thing to try to get us to go off and stay in sin. He literally put an unclean animal that the Lord told us not to be, you know, eating and doing a part of. He puts this animal in everything. He put it in our wine, our shampoo products, our food.
Brushes,
airbrush. You know how Jake like to groom himself. So this devil makes sure that he keeps us in this lower state, this captivity. All right, and that's to ultimately to have the upper hand advantage, because the way they see it, as long as we keep sinning, then they can keep us at this state that we're in forever.
And let's start back here in verse 6. And ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. So the lamb should be killed in the evening, and of course we fire roast it,
Yeah.
Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on two sides of the post, and on the upper door post of the houses wherein they shall eat it. So the lamb, the blood of the lamb, it should be put upon the doorpost.
Right.
So that basically would be with the front door as well as the outside the door. And again, that it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You do the best you can. So because at the end of the day, we're rehearsing, as the brother brought out earlier, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. At the end of the day, no brother's going to be able to get this perfect. This is why that's why we're hoping and praying, to be the first fruits to be able to do that, man. To do this the way that's going to be pleasing. Because you think about it, we're in this fleshly bodies. Apostle Paul said that we're basically these fleshly bodies. We're like in prison right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all spirits.
Right.
But these flesh that we're in makes us go off. So at the end of the day, we do the best we can. Yahweh Shah knows what we're doing. So you see that you making that effort, man. It's gonna bless you, man. Because these other Jakes out here, are they doing that right now? Hell to the no.
Jake is out at the club right now.
Yeah, it's Thursday night. I remember Thursday night used to be what they call college night. So, and some of you brothers, y'all might know what I'm talking about, but that's what they used to do. On Thursday night, they had a college night. They out there doing their little thing and, dealing with the women, what have you, you know what I'm saying? And, they didn't, some more stuff that's an abomination.
Right.
So they're not thinking about this,
If it ain't Jake, usually for Jake, man, something has to happen to Jake. Jake gotta see it, for them to get with the program, man. You got a lot of Jake that don't even know what the Passover is, man. When it takes place or what happens on the Passover. That just out here, living it up. Not even, taking into consideration what Yahushua did, man.
When you think about it, Jake don't think about nothing until he hits his front door.
Oh yeah.
No, hell no.
Till he hits his front
Gotta hit his
door.
front door.
I heard Jake actually say that out of his mouth. Hey, it don't bother me unless it hits my front door. When it hit my front door, I ain't gonna worry about it.
Right.
And that's the thing, because Jacob's trouble is literally on the brink of happening. And our people are not going to take it seriously until it literally hits their front door. But by then, it's going to be too late. That's why the Lord said, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. All right, call upon me while I may be near. The Lord said, call upon him while he is near, not while you catching hell. Because it's easy to call upon the Lord then. You're supposed to be calling upon the Lord now, while he is near. And the Lord is near by way of his prophets being out on every street corner, uploading all these videos throughout the week. That's the way the Lord is stretching out his hand unto you, showing you mercy. For our people reject it, but in that day they're going to be trying to consider it, because at that point they're going to be wanting to get delivered in that day, but it's going to be too late, because they had this whole grace period to get right. But ultimately, what they choose to do, they choose to reject the Lord and BS around.
Right.
And at that point, it's going to be too late for them.
Yeah, because that scripture said, oh, you got a precept?
You right
No, I mean, you know, it's like the scriptures say that they have rejected knowledge. Yeah. What's your precept?
This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 6. It says, Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Shai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord Yahweh Shai, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. You know?
And that's what we're doing right now. You know, commemorating the Passover, understanding the what happened in Egypt, and also as well as we speak of Yahweh Shai, what he went through. Because right now this is a time of mourning. Jake's out there, he's in a party spirit right now. He's in the spirit of mirth.
Right.
You know? So right now we're in the house of mourning. This is where we should be. We should, this is when you have this, you know, brothers should be in a somber mode,
Right.
you know, mood, you know, recognize what Yahweh Shai suffered, man. You know, he suffered all the way up until the evening time. So, you know, it's something to really truly think about, man, because at the end of the day, man, he paid for our sins.
Right.
You know? And even these wicked ass Jakes out here paid for their sins as well, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All of us, you know? So at the end of the day, this is what you should be thinking about, you know?
Right.
The sufferings of Yahweh Shai. You know, the deliverance, you know, of what happened in Egypt. All those things right there should be in your mindset, you know?
Right. I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It says, It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
And you saw this in the time of 2020. A lot of these people, before the times, they was in that laughing, party, and BS spirit. But once 2020 hit, everything was, you know, shut down, curfews, scary times, and you would have to take some type of the liquid in your system to be able to function around how you used to, and to be able to get around into jobs and, you know, work. But in that time, about 5 years ago, the joy and mirth was taken out of the spirit, because everybody was what, in the quarantine and lockdowns in the house. They couldn't do all that.
They had a somber look on their faces.
Yes, they had a sad look. They had a sad, somber look, bro. They wasn't trying to. They wasn't thinking about partying and BSing around, because ultimately, it was a serious time. But since then, everything has been opened back up.
Yeah.
Which we knew all of that was just a little test trial. But everything opened back up, and everything went back into a normal, and these people went back into doing the same thing. All right, read back that scripture you just read.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It says, It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
So it's better to go into the house of mourning, because being in the house of mourning, that's the spirit that the men of the Lord are in. The house of, you know, we know what a state that we're in, and we know that we need the kingdom, mentally, physically, and spiritually, because our people are totally gone, and we are suffering. We're going through these trials, tribulation. Lord willing, we are the hopeful elect, and we hope that we are those men. So we hate our lives in this world. We don't want to be here.
Right.
We want the kingdom. All right, we are in the house of mourning, while the 2/3 of our people are in the house of mirth. Right now, they most likely in the club shaking their ass and popping bottles and smoking weed and getting laid. The same old shit, you know. That's what the 2/3 of our people are doing right now. While we keeping the Passover to the best of our ability,
Right.
and we know the seriousness of the times that we're in, and how, you know, during this time, a lot of guys get exposed, kicked out, and even put to death, either before or after.
Right.
So we know the seriousness of this time. But 2/3 of our people, they don't know. They are out in the club right now, living their best life in the Lil Duval spirit. But while we are mourning, and they are, you know, living their damn best life during the time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be the flip opposite. So right now, the men of the Lord are in the house of mourning. We're longing after the kingdom of heaven. While the niggas of our nation, they are getting whatever the hell they want. They living life on easy mode. They don't gotta go through anything. Alright, niggas hop out of a decade worth of prison sentence and just live easily, get everything they damn want, give the men of the Lord hell, and in return they get whatever the hell they want. They get literally everything. All the women, high job position, high status, money, loans, whatever the hell. They getting there whatever the hell they want, and the men of the Lord suffering behind these damn niggas. They giving these wicked niggas giving us hell, you know. And we're living in a freaking you know, catching hell by these niggas. And every brother life different, just different trials and tribulations being tried by these guys. Alright. Go ahead, read that back. Yeah, just read it back.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. I'll start at verse 3. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
So sorrow is better than laughter. Laughter. Right now we are in the time of sorrow. Now is not the time to get laughing and joking, because at any moment we could be in trouble. Alright? Go ahead.
It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning.
The heart of the wise are in the house of mourning. Right now we're mourning. No, we want to get up out of here. Go ahead.
It says, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
So these damn fools, they are in the house of mirth. Right now they in the club shaking their ass and popping bottles, smoking weed, and running around with their shirts off, or whatever Jake do during this time in college. Spring break, getting laid and all that stuff. Jake is in the spirit of mirth. You know, laid back, having everything done, living life on easy mode. That's what the spirit of Jake is.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
So it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than a man to hear the sign of fools, right? The song of fools, like it. Alright? Get that verse back.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. Alright? And go ahead.
I was gonna say rebuke is love.
You know,
we talked about that in GMS Dallas Friday. You know, so when you being corrected, that's beautiful, man. Because a lot of times, you know how Jake is. Jake could see somebody, messing up, and they'll just let them mess up. You know what I mean? But for real, you know what I'm talking about. You brothers both been in this same situation where Jake will sit there, whether it was you or you seeing him, Jake doing something, and this other guy could say something, but he doesn't.
You gonna watch him fuck up?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, you right. You're right.
You don't sit there and watch him make the same mistake he
Exactly.
probably made.
Yeah.
And not say nothing. That's just how people is, man. You know?
And then they laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But rebuke is love, man. But see, a lot of times with Jake's in that prideful spirit right now. You can't tell him nothing. And then when you do tell him something, he's got that female spirit to where he don't want to be told nothing.
Get offended.
Yeah, he's offended.
Offensive.
Yeah, he's offended. He feels offended.
You offensive.
Yeah, he gets offensive. It may lead to a fight or gunplay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, man. So, that's the spirit that, these 2/3 Jakes are in, and that's why that's another reason among many why they gotta go.
Because you niggas, you like to hear the song of fools, and you like to hear your pastor talk good about the scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm.
Your pastor always going into the sweetness of the scriptures, but never that bitterness, man. You hate to hear that bitterness of the scriptures. You want to hear everybody can make it into the kingdom of heaven and everybody gonna be saved, this and that. But when they bring out to you the real, you ain't trying to hear that, man. They tell you this because they want what's in your pocket, man. You see why they pass around that plate 2-3 times. All up and down that road 2-3 times, man. They want what's in your pocket. They don't care. They don't care about your spirit. They don't care about none of that, man. They just want to tell you what makes you feel good, man. To keep you coming back. To keep taking money out your pocket to put in their church, man. To make their pastor look good, man. You got damn pastors out here with a damn private plane, man. We're not out here charging you for the truth, man. This is our duty. This is what we out here supposed to be doing. Telling you what's going on, preaching the good news, the gospel, man. But you got people out here taking advantage, of the gospel. Telling you what you want to hear. As scripture just said, man, telling you what you want to hear. You want to make you feel good, but in reality, that's not gonna save you, man. Feeling good not gonna get you saved, bro. You gotta be out here doing the work of Yahweh Shemi outside, man. And believe on the true power and truth and sincerity, man. Because everybody not gonna make it on their chariot, man.
Yeah. Let me get back here to Exodus, chapter 12,
right.
Verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. So, the lamb is supposed to be fire roasted, and you have unleavened bread, now of course, we're in captivity, so what you do, you try to look for bread that doesn't have any yeast or leaven, which, brothers may get tortillas, something of that nature that doesn't have any yeast in it, So you have to be mindful of it, to look at the ingredients, because Esau is so tricky, like Tarzan said earlier, he's quick to put anything in foods to, cause us to mess up. So you get the bitter herbs, you can get horseradish powder, things of that nature. I mean, that's one of the ones that when I first came in, I learned. So, you got the horseradish powder, what have you, that'd be considered a bitter herb, But yeah, we're supposed to eat it. Go to verse 9. Eat not of it raw, nor sudden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with his purtenance thereof. Again,
We don't have lamb, so you do the best you can, man. You know, some brothers may have to buy a lamb that's made like a steak. Like me personally, last year, that's what I had to do. I had to buy a steak that kind of looked like a lamb that looked like a steak, you know, and just did the best I could and prayed that the lamb that I was eating was a male lamb, you know. So, I mean, you know, again, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We just do the best we can. The Lord sees that we're putting in that effort. Right. These 2/3 out here ain't doing that.
Right. No.
You know?
You know the PassOver is.
You got some jakes who do try to, who are doing it, and then they make it into something of extravagance. It's a simple thing, man. You know, whether you're doing it by yourself or you're doing it with brothers, like here we're blessed to get together. We kept it simple. You know, we didn't go to a freaking strip club after we got through doing this. You know, we didn't do that. We ain't no brother in here came in here riding on no horse. You know?
Talk about where the hoes at.
Yeah. Or run out there like he's finna go sing a song to the audience to make all these different women that's probably dealing with men already, you know, all overexcited over a man that they ain't dealing with. Because a woman's supposed to be excited, and you know what I mean by excited. You brothers old enough to know, you know what I'm saying? We both, all of us are old enough to know what I mean by excited.
Yeah, sexually aroused.
Yeah, there you go. So that she's supposed to be that for you, not for some other man, man. This is another reason why women shouldn't be at the PassOver, man. It's supposed to be for the men, bro. The Lord said the tabernacle is for men. So it begins with men. This is another reason why the men are the prize, man.
That's another thing about the Christian church, man. You know,
They say the woman are damn pride.
they got a damn,
Well, see, when we
they got a damn sister board in there, man. A woman that's an evangelist, man.
Yeah.
You know, trying to stand up there and preach men, preach to men.
And you know what? It's always felt before I even came into this. I always felt awkward to me to see a woman
In charge.
Yeah.
Cause women act off emotion.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
when they feel a certain type of way, they gonna act right then,
Mm-hmm.
and then later they gonna think, oh, I shouldn't have did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but men, they gonna think logical, man. They're not gonna think off of emotion.
Yeah,
You know, they gonna.
but now you got these niggas that's raised by their mothers. They think off of emotions, which is why the prison rate is full of black and Hispanic men, primarily black, because they're raised by their mothers. The prison system is mostly populated by so-called black males, because ultimately they're raised by the mothers, and the mothers are what? Single mothers.
Section 8.
Yep, they get that emotional treatment. They don't know about thinking with logic. They think of emotional. Any nigga that so-called intentionally or unintentionally disrespect them, they not ready to blast their head off.
Well, you know, it all is and begins with that work, you know, that prideful mindset, that spirit that, you know, that's promoted by Esau, and it goes on down to Jake, because Jake is prideful too. What the hell you got to be prideful for? You don't own nothing. You know, you don't run nothing.
No.
And even if you do own something, you still, like the scripture say in Deuteronomy chapter 28, you got to go to this man for the one of all things. You still got to go for him for the one of all things. So you don't own nothing. You know? And Elder Apostle Ricard, I was listening to the beloved brother the other day. He brought out something very significant. You know, this place we live in is a female. It has the basically the queen of heaven's spirit. So a lot of times with these women, a lot of times, you know, well, all the time, if you going back and forth with your woman, not saying you do it or whatever, but what it is, it's the demons that she have on her. The demons be on her. You know, like you say what you might want to say to her, she's saying something back to you. That's them demons, bro. And anybody that's not in this truth, man, they got that female, feminine, demonic spirit on them right now, because all these women right now, especially these ones that's not in this truth knowledge, not talking about the ones that are, but the ones that are not. They have that feminine spirit, so when you going back and forth, you basically going back and forth with a demon. You know? You arguing with a demon. You don't see. You might be thinking in your mind, I'm arguing with my girl, but no, you arguing with a demon, man.
That's what it looked like in the damn flesh, but in the spirit, you arguing with a damn demon.
There you go.
Like,
you know, you knocked it right out the park.
Like Elder Apostle Tahar say, a lot of these damn women can knock out grown ass men, and that be the damn demon on them. You know, that be the damn demons on them.
Them spirits be on them so heavy that they can knock out a dude, man. And it's crazy, man. But that's the world we live in, because those demons are so heavy on these people. And it's not just the women, it's the men too. The men got that feminine spirit, because it goes back to what you were saying earlier. They're being raised by these women, so they're learning all how to act, how to handle situations emotionally, and not, you know, like the scriptures say, what it say, take in all matters before you basically take in all matters before you make a decision. You know, hear the whole story, basically. You know, yeah. See, Jake, he's off that emotion. That's why you got these simp niggas that come up and they be ready to fight you at the word of some other female's mouth, you know?
And don't even know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Don't tell the bitch to lie.
Don't even look at nothing rationally.
They don't think logically.
There you go.
They take whatever that girl say, you know, they listen to what they say.
Yeah. And really a lot of times they're just putting what they call that,
pretty much
behind your, I forgot how they say it with your back, but basically just kind of, you know, turning you up, you know, and they can do that, you know what I'm saying? If you're not a type of person to be rational, to see what's going on, that's what jumps off.
Emotional. Next thing you know, Jake is either dead or in prison.
There you go.
Literally.
There you go.
Offer some temporary 10-second shit. So you can go ahead on the Exodus.
Yeah. And verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. So basically, you know, anything's left, get rid of. And that which remaineth of it until the morning, ye shall burn with fire.
So whatever lamb that's left or goat that you guys you busted, you know, grilled up, you know, whichever is left, you're supposed to burn it. Alright?
Yeah. Most likely you probably can't burn it, you know, but you probably just put it in the trash can, you know.
Throw it away.
Yeah, just throw it away.
That's what we call the police.
Yeah. So you gotta use. That's why I say you gotta use. We're not in our. Look, we're in captivity.
We're in captivity. We can't keep the laws perfect how we want.
There you go.
Some brothers gotta work today, which sucks.
Yes.
But some brothers was blessed to be off today, like me and the other brothers.
Exactly. You too, because only you be working.
But in reality, you were supposed to burn the lamb that's left over. But if you're in a situation where you're not able to burn it, then yeah, don't be wise.
There you go.
Throw it in the trash.
Yeah,
Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. Well, okay.
It called the laws on you.
Yeah, like the brother was saying earlier. Verse 11, and thus shall ye eat it. Okay. Oh, thus ye shall eat it with your
with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So the Lord's Passover is something, it's a solemn assembly. It's something serious. All right? During this time, the Israelites, they were given these instructions to do what they were supposed to do. Put the blood over the post, the door, and eat the lamb with haste. And this would result in the death of the firstborn. For those who didn't do it, which all the Israelites did it, but obviously the Egyptians didn't do it because the judgment was meant for them.
Exactly.
And their firstborns was killed. All right? And even back then, the Egyptians was trying to compete with Moses and Aaron with their witchcraft
on the left-hand side.
on the left-hand side. But up until that point, they couldn't compete no more. Because it was evident that the Lord was dealing with Moses and Aaron. They couldn't compete. The left-hand side can't compete with the right-hand side. All right? So this shows you how serious this Passover is. All right? This resulted in the death of the firstborn. And it's known that usually after the Passover, that's when a lot of guys will start falling out of the truth, getting put to death, or not being on fire, pretty much falling out of the truth. That's when the Lord started getting rid of the undesirables after the Passover. So this is the hot time to get into it and lock in, like Jake saying, the world, lock in. Because the Passover is very serious. It's not a damn feast day where you could go to the strip club and look at ass and titties and talk about where the hoes at, beer bottles falling out of the car. No, the Passover is a solemn assembly. It's something serious that's to be kept. And if you, back then in the ancient world, if you didn't keep it perfectly, you could be put to death. That's how serious it was. Jake was eating the lamb or goat, wherever they had, in haste. They didn't wash it, didn't trim the fat. They'll throw that mug on the grill and eat it. Literally. That's how serious the fear of the Lord was back then. That's how serious Jake was in fear of the Lord. You know how Jake is about their food and chicken and all meat that they cook, they always gonna wash it off. Jake wasn't even washing it off. They just cooked them and eat it. That's how serious it was.
Niggas wasn't playing with the Lord back then.
They wasn't playing, bro, because they knew one mistake is their ass. If a dude got caught picking up sticks on the Sabbath, they got put to death.
Him and his family.
Exactly. That's how serious it was. Picking up sticks cost him his life. Now you got niggas in the strip club looking at ass, cheeks, and titties, sweating on poles.
Right after the Passover, man, that's crazy, bro.
On the day of the damn Passover. Talking about where the hoe was at. Bro. Niggas don't fear the Lord now.
Niggas don't fear.
Because the Lord, his mercy.
Now, how much more those who know this knowledge? This is why the Lord said judgment begins in the house of Israel, because those who are doing it, and we see it because we saw it what, a week, almost 2 weeks ago.
Look what happened with Sakari.
There you go.
They got humbled. What's his name, Brother Hebrew? Not even going to speak on that situation. Just giving an example. Dude got humbled. He basically crying on the video. He got put at a humble estate. And all the stuff he's been talking all these years, the Lord humbled him.
And you know what? I want to say this right now. Salakia, I said he was making $100,000 a week. I said that in the camp the other day. Salakia, I made a mistake. He was getting 100,000 views a week. So, sometimes, brothers get things and I got it wrong. So I just want to, say Salakia about that.
If I said $100,000 and it wasn't $100,000, he was getting close to 100,000 views.
100,000 views?
Yeah.
Damn.
The elders and the apostles don't get 100,000 views.
Yeah, but see, the brothers, the true brothers of this true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's only going to consist of a small remnant. You know, so that small remnant is going to take heed, and that's why the scriptures say that the elect received it and the rest were blinded.
Plus, they always brought a worldly vibration. The
There you
little
go.
snapbacks and the,
Yeah.
whatever the hell they was doing.
You got
man.
your
The
women
world
in
of
it.
his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your women going out there, you know, because they going to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? One of them camps, I don't know if it's IUSBK or Sakari, one of them, but one of them was going to the strip camp.
Where the hoes was at,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Bottles falling out of the damn car.
And he got his nerve. He telling everybody that everybody needs to check in with him, and he tells them how to have sex with their wives, how to
That's
pray,
wicked,
how
bro.
to eat. You men are not the true men of the Lord, because you know we know the righteous doctrine through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We have the scriptures. The scriptures give us the navigation to how to move in this world. So why would we listen to you? And you box up scriptures all the time, man.
God.
Yeah, you telling people that they can, you know, have anal sex and all that. Hey,
Which
come
that's
on,
sodomy,
man.
bro.
Yeah,
That's sodomy. That's not righteous at all.
yeah.
Lord had it to where Lord made the woman to where she'll have a vagina where you would stick your rod in.
Yeah.
You know?
That's where it's supposed to be.
That's where it's supposed to be. The anus is for waste.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting rid of waste.
Literally poison, because that's what it is, poison.
And that's how AIDS got it brought back. You know? Playing with another man's anus. AIDS.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how AIDS got brought here.
Yeah.
Right.
And you ain't supposed to be doing that.
Yeah,
And that was heavy in the 90s. AIDS.
yeah.
A lot of these niggas were catching AIDS and dying.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Plus it was sodomites.
Why check in with these guys and you know through the Spirit they're not the true men of the Lord, man?
No.
Come on, man, they're not. Let's just face it, man. The true men of the Lord are represented by the elder apostles on down, man, at GMS, because they go by the scriptures, man. They don't go by all this nonsense that these guys be bringing all that worldly, you know, the worldly concept into, you know, into the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey man, you ain't taking this thing seriously doing that, man. You're not. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is John chapter 15, verse 14. To go, what that brother was saying. It says, "Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all the things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you." It says, verse 16, it says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you." So the Lord look at us as friends, man. We out here doing the work, man. On the Passover, we're keeping the Passover, man. These niggas out here living their best life.
What's today? Thursday?
Thursday,
Jake partying, smoking weed.
Jake
watching
partying,
basketball games in the bars and the clubs.
Yeah.
Getting laid. Jake is doing what? They having fun. They at the water park. The example I told you. You know that you had that example about the example the elder apostle Ariel said about you got certain brothers that are likened to being at a water park having fun, you know how you are as a kid. You go to the water park, you're all happy, you having fun, you get wet, splashing, playing, and then you got the other Drakes that's like militant. They're training for war, what's to come. They're not having fun. They going through harsh training.
Right.
But guess what? When that training, when that time presents where that harsh battle comes, the guys that's been training, they're gonna be able to overcome it. While the guys that's been at the water park, they're just gonna get slayed, cause they ain't been training, bro. They've been having fun, playing, partying, bullshitting. So when hard shit come, they gonna be getting put to death, cause they ain't dealt with that before.
Right.
Like until now, we are going through this hell now. So ultimately, when that time comes, all right, brothers gonna get that spiritual power.
Right.
The Lord gonna be dealing with brothers. Some brothers gonna get Isaiah 4:1. All right, brothers not gonna taste death. Some brothers are gonna taste death. But even within, they're gonna get risen up first. Versus a nigga that's just been living his damn best life, like he Little Duval, like that damn goofy ass song he made back in 2019. Living my best life, partying, bullshitting, having fun, having his best way, his fair share of women. Alright, in that day, his ass, he gonna be going through hell. He gonna see his mother get put to death, his father, his child, his girl. Alright, he gonna be getting thrown head first in FEMA camps, probably starved to death. Alright, because he don't know of the harsh times that's gonna come, which is what we are hoping for. We are hoping for that this every year the Passover comes. We hope that this is the last Passover, man.
Right.
We hoping that this is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, that all hell break loose. As in order for us to get the kingdom and rulership, all hell has to break loose. This devil has to make his move. He has to purposely close down this economy, where all grocery stores, all that shit shut down. All right. The MOTB has to be implemented. There has to be a time where there are death and chaos upon this earth. A lawless society. That has to happen in order for us to get the kingdom. Because when that order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos has to happen. And then the MOTB has to be established. That's going to be the so-called solution. And when Esau has his grip, when it looks like this devil got the upper hand, that's when Yahushua gonna make his return. Alright? So all this stuff has to happen for us to get the kingdom, bro. Like, it's all written out. And that pursues to Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Alright? We know the mysteries. We know what has to happen for us to get the kingdom. We know the hell and chaos that has to come upon this earth. We understand that some of us might actually die for the truth. Brothers are prepared mentally, spiritually. Shit, I might fucking die. I might get put to death. But if I get put to death, it's through the Spirit, bro. Shit, being put to death and dying for the Lord is better than living forever on this side of this kingdom.
This ain't living.
Where your woman can fucking cheat on your ass at any given moment and come back home and kiss you on the lip like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. The whole time she been blowing another nigga rod. You gotta think about that shit. Think about your kids getting kidnapped and fucking SA'd at school, getting taught all these weird ass doctrines that these devils have made up. Gotta deal with these Edomites at the workplace. Literally dying is better than living forever in this world. Literally.
That's supposed to jump out that ship.
Yeah. That's why they was jumping off the damn ship. They would rather die in the ocean than to go into harsh slavery under these Edomites. And even within, you know, they still have to go into slavery. Because all Jake had to serve the damn punishment, ultimately. But us knowing the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, we understand that some of us might die, which that's better than living on this side of the world. You know? I'm fucking miserable. I hate being in this damn place. Every day I think, man, I want to get out of here.
Brothers want to go home.
Brothers want to go home, bro. This place sucks. You got to get up, go to work every damn day, be amongst wicked ass demons and niggas. Look at these little nigglets, dreadhead niggas, all this damn blonde shit all in their hair every day, and be amongst them and moles and transformers. Bro, niggas don't want to deal with that. I mean, it's like it. Brothers don't want to deal with that, bro.
The only time you get any kind of relief from that is being around the brothers.
Being around brothers.
Brothers of like-mindedness. You know, this is why, another reason why you, when you come into this thing, you start to, and you probably already was doing this already, but you kept your circle small. You know, and this is what we do now.
And
you know,
plus,
keep a circle small.
You only around brothers, what, once or twice out of the whole week, and the rest of the week you're around niggas.
Yeah.
So you can't even enjoy the brothers. You know?
Because you thinking about, oh shit, I gotta go.
Some brothers.
I gotta go do this. I gotta go do this. You know what I'm saying? Because once you leave them, it's like, oh damn, I don't get to see the brothers till
next week, next Sunday, next
Saturday, next Friday, whatever.
But you know, some brothers deprive the women. Some brothers have women. The brothers that have women, they catching hell because they not in their right mind. So either way, you still suffering. Either way, which is why we need the Lord, bro. We need Yahweh Shai. We're literally suffering in this kingdom. Each year we say, Lord willing, this is the last Passover. Every damn year, every year. Not the rant, bro. But just long story short, we just hope that this is ultimately the last year, bro. Every year.
I got a precept. This is Luke chapter 6 and 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. And this goes back to what you was talking about earlier about these guys.
Brothers aging and going bald, literally. You got freaking. I came in this troop when I was 16 years old. I'm 23. I'm aging. Literally losing hair at 23. You know, brothers literally aging in this truth. Not saying we're not like at a high standards, just saying like, you know, the brothers been in this thing for like, you know, 5, which is small compared to the elders and apostles, 5 years and plus, which they've been in it like what, 30 plus years, 40 years.
Will be 40 years for Elder Apostle.
God, which that is a lot of years, bro. Like brothers is ready to get out of here.
Elder Abroad 35 this year, so
God, brothers been in this thing since. Like me personally, just speaking, I've been in the strip since I was in high school, 16. I'm finna be 24. I'm literally going bald, like, bro. Brothers need the kingdom. All right, go ahead. Like literally.
Now I'm just saying on this again, Luke chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. So these guys like Luke, Duvall, they're getting their consolation right now. Our consolation, we're hoping, you know, be of that ilk, is to get it in the kingdom, man. You know, that's what we're looking for too. This is why the scriptures tell you in Colossians chapter 3 and verse 2, set your affections upon things above. So our affections on the things that are above, the spiritual things, not of the things of this world. Scriptures tell you, be of this world, but not be in this world, but not of this world. So that's something to keep in mind. But the thing about it, these people out here, when things get bad because it's already, you see the signs of war because you got Putin. He done went from wearing his suit to wearing a military outfit. So what does that tell you? He's in the mindset of war. So Lord willing, you know, that war does come on. You know, so hey, you know that's because that wisdom, that knowledge that we've been getting, you know, and the brother right here, he got a precept for that. That's gonna be that stability, man. You know?
After that, you just finish up the Exodus.
Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 33. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure.
Yeah. So I mean, the vision. I mean, you know, this knowledge that we're attaining, that's going to be our stability. You know. So this wisdom and knowledge, this is what we're getting, you know, on a daily basis, man. You know. So, hey, man, we you know. Guys like Lil Duval is getting their consolation right now. They're gonna be clueless to what's going on when everything jumps off. But
These
you
wicked
know,
niggas at
we're
your
gonna
job.
be. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
These wicked niggas at your job that's, you know, getting all this special ass treatment, even after whatever, doing whatever, you know, they getting all this special treatment. They gonna be clueless, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, at the end of the day, this wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability to keep us keep us steady in the mind. You know. See, these people out here, they're not going to be steady in the mind when all hell jumps off like that, you know. So, I'm going to go back here to Exodus chapter 12, because there's still some more meat here. Verse 13, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. So, the blood, you use it to put on your doorposts, you know. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you. Yeah, so those who had the blood upon their doorposts, the angel passed on by, which all Israel obeyed what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh had told, you know. And when I smite the land of Egypt. So that was the Egypt that was going to be smited. In the land of Goshen, everybody did what they were told to do. The nation of Israel did what they were supposed to do. And of course, their firstborn were killed. Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. Yeah, and this is what we're doing right now. It's been passed down from generations, and we're doing it right now. We gathered together, and you know, we did the Lord's Passover, man. You know, and this commemorates what happened in Egypt. And make no mistake, this also commemorates what Yahweh Shai did for us, man. So we should be mindful of what happened in Egypt, but as well as what happened with Yahweh Shai, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai's blood covered for all the sins of Israel, you know? Whether you be of the elect or whether you be of the 2/3, man. So that's something that's really big, man.
And Yahweh
Jake,
Shai,
go ahead,
his blood covered the elect, and through the elect, you know, the rest of the Israelites are going to be covered.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately.
Yeah, it all begins with the elect, man. You know, they're the ones who are the first fruits. You know, so it starts with them, but at the end of the day, it covers all the sins of Israel, but the 2/3 are going to be destroyed. You know, but they'll be brought back righteous, you know, in the kingdom. They'll come back as babies, you know, by the first fruits, you know. So, Lord willing, we're of that ilk. And so, you know, yeah, this is what we do, man. We get together each year and commemorate the Lord's Passover, man. You know?
Y'all got any more scripture on it? That's it, though. Alright, so with that, William, this was edifying. We're going to close out, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Kakakadash.
Oh, this is Prophets of Babylon, Waco, Texas, under the branch of Prophets of Babylon, Tampa. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the very most on. Peace and salutations to hopefully elect. We're going to close out and say shalom.
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 Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.
Beautiful lesson, guys. Beautiful lesson. Good preset.